I'm gonna start.
I want to talk first.
Okay, hold on. Good morning, you guys. It's Zoe at Chestnut Hills Farmstead, and today we are working on the garden. We are a little late in the game. Nick has been working very long hours. He's finally back on a regular shift, regular set schedule, and we are going to get some work done today. So let's go feed the animals, take you guys with us as we start working on the garden area. Let's go. Bandit's thirsty boy. Yes, you are, thirsty boy. Yeah. Let's go give it to the chickens. One of them. Let's go give it to some chickens. Come on, chicken. So we've got 3 batches of our Cornish cross out here on the ground. This is the second batch. So we will be processing them, and our large batch that's in the White House, they will all be processed this coming up weekend. So we're looking forward to that. Bandit, are you harassing the chickens? Leave them alone. These are the youngest batch of meat birds that we have right now. They are actually the youngest batch we've put on grass. When we did, we put them out here at 3 weeks old, I think. Only because the weather's been nice and we knew that they wouldn't be struggling while they're out here. So we are going to get their water filled up. Rhett and Daddy's already come through and filled everybody's food, and they were waiting on me with the water. So let's get some water to them. Bandit. Y'all better get back in there, Bandit's gonna get you. All right. Go get you some water. So these chickens are our largest chickens. They're the oldest ones on the farm. They will be processed this weekend. We are suspecting for them to weigh 7.5 pounds a piece after they've been, cleaned and dressed and all that. All right, everybody's been fed and watered, and Mr. Rhett and I are going to get the garden area cleaned out. I think Nick's going to start tilling up the ground. We're going to get ready to put some seeds in tomorrow. Let's get some grass out of this old garden space.
I got I like this one.
Don't throw that.
I'm gonna get a cucumber.
You are?
Yeah.
We gotta plant some cucumbers.
Huh?
We gotta plant cucumbers.
Well, we need to plant cucumbers.
We're going to. We gotta get all this grass out first.
Not today.
Yeah, today.
We can plant some cucumbers today.
We might.
Okay.
We gotta get our fence up. We always have good cucumbers, don't we?
Yeah. They taste delicious.
Uh-huh. Looks like Nick did a wonderful job. He got it all tilled and it looks so nice. So we're going to go down here and we are going to start planting some peas, I think.
We're going to plant pink-eyed purple hulls, and then we're going to plant California black-eyed peas. This whole block is going to be nothing but peas. It's going to be about 4 to 6 inch spacing, a half to an inch deep, and because I'm lazy, I use a piece of PVC pipe. Stick my hole, drop the pea down in it, and that helps me keep them in a straight line without having to bend over the whole way. These are the seeds I use. They're from Baker Creek, heirloom seeds. They're just pink-eyed purple hulls.
They're long. They're about 5 inches long.
Something like that.
They have when they're ready, they have a dark purple hull. But the peas on the inside are
pink.
Pink
eye. Purple hull. Original name.
What we doing now?
Black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas.
California black-eyed.
California. There we go. California black-eyed peas.
I'll probably do about 2 rows of them too.
Alright.
So I'm gonna go this line and then this one. These kind of look like those colossus. It's another southern pea called a big red ripper. Another seed I got from Southern Exposure. We're gonna finish out that row with them just to see what they do. We'll do some green beans.
As you can see behind me, this is a weed barrier. It is like a woven plastic material that we put down last year, and it worked really good. We took a torch and put holes in the ground with it for each individual plant, and then Nick just got done tilling up behind me where we're going to plant some corn, and then on the other end of our pasture we're going to plant all of our peas and beans, and then we will also put up some fencing for trellises over there and a few over here for cucumbers. We're going to do cucumbers trellis this year. I did it last year in a walkway using cattle panel, and I really liked the way it looked, and all the cucumbers just hung, kept them off the ground, and it worked really well. So we're going to try and do that again this year. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you our seeds, how we store our seeds, and what all we have, and then we're going to kind of go through and I'm going to tell you everything we're hoping to get planted this year. Okay, you guys, so this is how we store our seeds. These are actually photo storage containers. We ordered these from probably Hobby Lobby or Michael's Craft Supply, and if it's better if you can find them when they're on sale, because you can usually get them for half price. But this is how we store our seeds, and this is all of our boxes. And what we do is, this one has got mostly squash, zucchini, corn, cucumbers, some pumpkins. We just try to keep them in like types, so you can kind of get an idea of how we store our seeds. Alright, so let's talk about what we are going to be planting this year. Over the next few days, we're planning to get most of our seeds in the ground. The only things that I don't have shown here are going to be like our lettuces and our flower seeds. Nick's running the tractor behind me, so he'll be in and out, so I'm hoping that you guys will be able to hear me pretty good. What we love to plant, we plant a lot of peppers. We also love to do tomatoes. I love to grow tomatoes. We like to eat a lot of fresh tomato sandwiches during the summertime, and I like trying all the different kinds to see what we like the best. Mackenzie's favorite thing to grow is okra. She loves to take care and tend to the okra, so we'll do a lot of the okra. We like the Clemson spineless. It don't have all the thorny pieces that get all in your fingers and make you all itchy. We've got peas. We've got, oh, I want to try snake beans this year. I'm so excited to try those. Those will be trellised, and so I'm really excited. That's going to be something fun to try, and I think we'll end up trying to pickle some of those. We do a lot of pole beans, contender beans, cucumbers, Cucumbers are one of my most favorite things to grow. I don't eat cucumbers. I love pickles, but I do not eat cucumbers, but I love to grow them. We do a lot of squash and zucchini, different kinds. The crookneck is one of my favorites. And we're gonna do corn this year too. We've done corn at home before. We have not done corn out here on the pasture. So we are gonna try corn this year. So let's talk about some of the peppers that we are planning to grow this year. These are your traditional banana peppers. So these are the Lisa peppers, I believe. They are, all of our peppers come from Baker Creek. They're heirloom seeds. We've never grown them before, so we got one pack. And it says that these are believed to be the sweetest of all peppers. It's a total crowd pleaser with intensely juicy texture. They are high yielding, rugged, and easy to grow. So we are going to try these this year. We have lipstick peppers, which we've planted these before. These are pimento type fruit that are super sweet. These work well in the north as well, it says, and they have thick red flesh. So a lot of the peppers that we do grow are on the sweeter side, or doesn't have a lot of heat, just so that we can use them for flavoring things like salsa or while cooking without it making us sweat, basically. These are Craig's Grande jalapeno peppers. These are really good for salsas. They have thick, flavorful flesh, and they're really good for, let's say, roasting, wrapped with bacon. These are your traditional jalapeno peppers. This is a new one for us too. It's the datil, maybe, peppers, D-A-T-I-L. We got these as a free seed. When you order so many seeds, you get free packs. So I think we might try it just because I like the color of it. It says it's a blazing hot, blunt, little fruit. So we are going to try these. I have no idea how to say it. I'm going to say Ajvarski peppers. These are fragrant Macedonian roasting peppers. So we are going to try these. These are a new one that I tried, that I picked.
I've grown those before.
Never mind, Nick says he's grown those before. I didn't know that, because I only have one pack. Alright, these are your traditional bullnose peppers, which are going to be your bell peppers. We grew these last year, did really well, so we are going to do this again to sell. This is another new one for me. They're the Sugar Rush Peach. I wanted to try these because I like the color of them as well. They have long peach colored fruit loaded with super sweet tropical smoky heat. For people who don't like a lot of heat, this is a good alternative to jalapeno. These are not a pino. These are like jalapeno without all the heat. These are truly heatless jalapenos. So you get all of the flavor from the pepper without the heat of it. We've grown these the last couple of years, and we love to grow these. And there's a lot of them on one plant. Now these are the same idea. These are habanada. So you've got habanero. These are habanero peppers without all the heat too. So you get the floral and fruity notes of it without the heat. And then your California Wonder. It's a green bell pepper. If you know anything about bell peppers, when you let them go longer, their skin changes colors, and that's where you get your reds, your yellows, your oranges. They start green, and the longer you let them sit on the vine, the darker they get. All right, let's talk about some tomatoes. Tomatoes are my favorite thing to grow. I just love watching the plants as they get taller, and then they just get fuller, and the different types of tomatoes, and just going out there one day and it's not quite ready, you go back in the afternoon and it's just perfect. I love growing tomatoes. The Brandywine is a wonderful, big, fat, juicy tomato. I just love these. These are the most popular heirloom vegetable. And I know why, because they are awesome. The beefsteak tomato is another really, really good one. These are what you commonly would see at the grocery store. They're 1 to 2 pounds. They're a big handful. These are really great for slicing for sandwiches. A lot of times, if you're gonna get a big fat tomato at the grocery store, it's gonna be the classic beefsteak. Your Tommy Toe tomatoes. Tommy Toe tomatoes are your little 1-inch tomatoes. These are what people like to put in their salads. It says it'll produce hundreds of 1-inch cherry tomatoes. Old-fashioned, full, complex flavor. I'm looking forward to trying this one this year. I really like to watch Roots and Refuge on YouTube with Jess at her farm, and this is one of the tomatoes that she recommended, the Paul Robeson tomato, and I'm looking forward to trying it. It says it has a distinctive, sweet, smoky flavor, and they look to be like they'll be a dark red, almost purple, so I'm looking forward to really trying these. Mortgage Lifters are another really good slicer tomato. They're pretty fat and round, and they produce like crazy. There's kind of a trend among my tomatoes is we like to produce, I like to grow the really big fat ones just because I like the flavor and they're so big and they're just beautiful. I just love spending time in the garden with my tomatoes, as crazy as that sounds. I will baby them, I've learned to prune them, I've learned, you know, what to look for, not to pick early in the day. You wait till the afternoon sun to pick. It's gonna have a lot of juices flowing. It's just, I just love my tomatoes. All right, let's talk about our okra and our peas and our beans. We have lots of beans and peas that we like to grow, and then I can them or freeze them for later. But we're gonna talk about okra first. Apparently, we didn't order any more heavy hitters because my box is empty. Heavy hitters have a lot of spiny flesh to them, but our plants were overwhelmed with okra this past year of these heavy hitters. So I'll probably need to order some more of these and have them here by the end of the week. Clemson spineless are your, what I see a lot. They, I pickled a lot of these last year. I also cut them up and went ahead and battered them and froze them. And so in the freezer, we have prepped and ready okra for me to fry whenever we're ready to do it. The Alabama Red also are spiny. And these are typically short and fat. If these get too long, they get too hard and woody. But you usually get them, pick them while they're real short and they're pretty fat. And it says that these are really great fried. Let's talk about beans. These are all of our beans that we're going to be planting. We are planting beans on the other end of the garden. So if you've been following us and we got our pigs put in the 2-strand electric fencing, it was on the very other end of the garden. And so now that it's been tilled up, we're going to plant beans and peas down on that end. We have Blue Lake Bush 274 beans. These are Nick's favorite. It says they're delicious, tender, and crisp pods. I know that I like to snap these and they are so good. We eat these a lot all through the year. We have them in the freezer now because they produce well and we plant a lot of them. And we're going to plant a lot more of them this year too. We also do contender beans. These give a huge yield earlier than most. They make perfect for the market. We freeze these and eat them through the year as well. We're also going to do rattlesnake pole beans. I grew these last year, I think. Did I grow these on the trellis? I think I grew some of these on trellis just to see how they would do, and they did really well. It has purple streaked pods that are and speckled seeds. They're really pretty to look at, and they're real popular to be eaten in soups. And this is something new that I want to try this year. It's the snake bean, the Chinese python snake bean. These can grow up to 60 inches long. You can harvest them as early as 12 to 18 inches, and you can do them like green beans or summer squash, but you can allow them to go on up to 60 inches, and they'll be 1.5 inches thick. I've seen a lot of people have canned them, pickled them. I've never had pickled beans, but I've heard that they were really good. I'm just interested to try them. It's kind of like a novelty thing for me. So we're going to try these this year on a trellis. So we're going to do pink eye purple hull peas this year. We've done them every year. They have this really pretty purple outside. It's a deep purple, and they're pink-eyed peas, kind of like your black-eyed peas, except it's got a pink center. And once we pick them, I usually let those sit out to dry, and then we split them and we put the peas into bags and freeze those. And we also did your traditional black eye peas. We do those every year, so we've got pink eyes and we got black eyes. They can be cooked the same. They're interchangeable. I don't really know what the difference is in the two. I don't know if there is a difference. I'm sure there is.
Pink eyes are smaller.
Oh, Nick says that pink eyes are smaller. But we cook them all the same. They're good in soups or, with your pork chops and cornbread, and cook down for a long time in the crock pot or on the stove, or however you decide to do your black-eyed peas. We're going to plant some watermelons this year. We planted watermelons a few years ago. We didn't plant any here. We planted them at home, and that was a learning lesson. So we're going to plant some more out here. These are sugar baby watermelons. It seems to be your traditional dark green flesh with the bright red inside. It says it's a popular icebox size melon, 6 to 10 pounds, great in the north or in the tropics. So some of you that aren't from around here in Alabama, you could grow these. We are going to do some Jubilees. I don't think I have a picture of the Jubilees. I don't have a description of Jubilees either. There's no description on them. The Charleston Gray is your 20 to 40 pound red fleshed watermelons. These are long with grayish green outside. Like I said earlier, cucumbers are one of my favorite things to grow. I don't eat cucumbers, but I do enjoy growing them. I like to make pickles, and Chance enjoys eating them straight off the vine, but I just enjoy watching the vines grow, watching the fruit develop, and it's like they just continue. They're always growing. So we're going to do the Boston pickling cucumber. They have a very smooth outside. They're excellent for pickles, and they're very crisp. We're going to do some dar cucumbers. These can be kind of bushy. They're good for slicing, and you can do them for pickling if you want. And then the Market More 76 is just a popular cucumber for growing. Lots of people grow these. These come out about 8 to 9 inches. They're good for slicing and eating fresh. Dark green flesh. Once the ground gets a little warmer, we'll do some Silver Queen corn and the peaches and cream corn. And we like to do squash, a lot of squash and zucchini. We enjoy I don't have a picture of the Black Beauty zucchini, but we enjoy growing those. And the Ford Hook. I like growing the Ford Hook. They're real thick zucchini. But this is my favorite squash to grow. The early prolific straight neck. This is what I grew up on, and I like to grow them. They're kind of warty, and you don't want them more than your hand in length. They won't be as good. The meat won't be as good. So we just went through all the seeds that we planted to plant this year, which we will do over the next few days. We have gotten the ground tilled. And this is going to be where we're going to plant watermelons. The black tarp we had down last year, it's already got some spacing for plants. I've got a little bit more to do, and we will plant, that's where we're going to do squash and zucchini, peppers, whatever else we can decide to throw in there. It's been a few days, and we have got our peas all coming up. We've got some black-eyed peas, some purple hull, pink-eyed peas. We've got beans. Nick's got some Blue Lake 274s. I think he said red rippers, contender beans, and then on this fence line we have planted rattlesnake beans. This is something new we're trying with the fence. As far as your eye can see is garden. We have on the other end, we planted some squash and zucchini. We planted lots of cucumbers. We're going to start some tomatoes and peppers at home. And we've got watermelons planted. And then in between, we're going to do some corn mixed with sunflowers. So we'll have some pretty. And then I hope to get some flowers planted really soon. If you guys have any questions about anything that we've planted, we are zone 8. I think we've said that before. You're welcome to leave us a comment, or you can email us. We finally got us an email set up. It's chestnuthillsfarmstead@gmail.com, and we'll take some time and reply back to that the best we can. This is just our summer garden, and we are looking forward to what's going to come, and all the canning and drying and selling and everything we're going to do with all this.
Chestnut Hills Farmstead. I hope you subscribe. If you want to see more videos, hit that